Did you know that uPlanIt is free for all our professional reserve study clients to use through their budget season? It comes preloaded with all the information from the recent reserve study, making it easy for them to get the data they need to make the best decisions for their association. But don't worry if you're not a reserve study client. You're not left out. For $399, you'll have full access to uPlanIt through your budget season. It'll be ready for you to either type in your components one by one or simply upload a file with all your reserve components. Watch the steps in this portion of our recent uPlanIt demonstration webinar to see how easily it's done. All right. Let's turn the page and talk about importing components, adding components. I showed you how to unfund, how to edit components, but for some of you, you're going to want to maybe separate the two pool areas that we've combined and maybe import an entirely new pool category that you can separate. So you have the East pool versus the West pool. Or if you're a subscription user, you're going to start with a blank slate and you're going to want to be able to get components relatively easily into uPlanIt. So let's go there. All right. If you want to add a component, actually I already showed you that one at a time. If you want to add a chapter, you can do that here. Actually, this is pretty boring. I think we called this chapter A. Let's call it General Common Areas. Okay. If you want to add a new chapter, there you go. And we'll call it Recreation Areas. How's that? And there you go. You can start adding components to it as we did previously. City, let's say the city donated you a tennis court. One standard size, resurfacing every 8 years. It came from the city, so it's all used up. $7,500. Whoops, $7,500 to resurface it. Obviously, we're doing this live, and this is how you would add a chapter and add components. Okay, did I type resurface incorrectly? I did. There we go. Okay, now let's say you are, and I'm actually going to step out here. I think we have an absolutely blank one. Yeah. So let's do it on, I can do it on both of these. This is how you would import an inventory section. Click the import, you use this downloadable template, and then you browse and select it. And I have an import right here in my downloads folder, inventory import. And you can choose to append or overwrite, and let's just append. And there you go. General Common Areas. These are components starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up through 28. And it's the same thing as before. You can edit them, yes and no, fund them. Got 2 here that aren't funded, little things done in the maintenance budget. And rename it, but this is how you would import components from another reserve study, import components from your own in-house reserve study, or create from scratch on your own. And just start typing in components, order them by a numerical order, and it's just pretty easy. So let's, actually I'm going to leave this one clean. I'm going to reset it. And let's go back to where we were, sample 5 building. uPlanIt, acknowledge. Okay, so we've got 2 components or 2 chapters here, recreation areas and general common areas. And let's do the same thing. Let's add an entirely new chapter. Same thing. Double click and let's append And let's go down here. It adds it to the bottom of the list. And there it is, the general common areas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way through 28. So that's how you do things. And that's, if we want to, we can delete. Yeah, I don't think we've done this before. Delete, so the roofing D is gone. Roofing C, we can turn it off. I'm getting near the end of the demo, so I'm making a lot of crazy changes here. And now that we've added a whole lot more components, what do you say we give it a bunch more money? I wish life was this easy, $595,000. Go here to the recommendations page, and they crash and burn under that only $3,100. But let's find out what puts them in the ballpark. And they need to be almost $23,000 to be fully funding their reserves, or 18.8. So what was it? They need to be in the $18,000 to $22,000, $23,000 range to be responsibly funding their reserves at their association. So we've done some crazy things here. I'm going to reset here. I'm going to reset here. I'm going to reset here. And let's go back and see if it balances. Yeah, we're back to the original case here. And that takes us back to program, where I showed importing from scratch or into an existing component list. At Association Reserves, we make the present less stressful and the future more secure. If you want to join us in this mission, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment down below on what you'd like to see us address in a future video. Let's plan for your best future.